Welcome to Prince Maths Clinic, the e-learning solution at your pace and time. Good day, viewers, and welcome once again. Here we have a very interesting International Mathematics Olympiad Challenge question to solve for x in this quartic or bi-quadratic equation. Now, it's a quartic equation or bi-quadratic because we are to obtain 4 values for what? X. And you can check in the description of this video. I have showed you how to solve equations generally in very simple 10 seconds. As simple as 10 seconds, you can solve any quadratic equation. But because since it is a quartic equation, I want to solve it in a unique way. Now, let's go right into it. Now, we were given that what? 12 x to the power of 4 minus 11x to the power of 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, since this is x squared, I like to factor this as well to look like x squared. But here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say 12x squared. Now, when you square this, 2 times 2 gives us back 4. So, minus 11x to the power of 2, then plus 2 equals to 0. So at this stage, I do what we call replacement by replacing this with a variable. So I'm going to say let x squared be equals to q. So if x squared is equals to q, then this becomes 12q squared minus 11q plus 2 equal to 0. So check in the description of this video as well to see how to solve any kind of quadratic equation. Right? Now, I'll put 2 brackets, then equal to 0. So now I'll put q. Use this 2 to multiply the leading coefficient here, which is 12. You get 24. And here you have negative 11. Now, the trick is this. 2 numbers that will give you 24 should be added together to also give you minus 11. And those 2 numbers are simply minus 8 and minus 3. Minus 8 times minus 3 gives you positive 24. And minus 8 plus minus 3 gives you negative 11. But there's a coefficient of 12 here. So I have to divide this part by 12 and this part by 12. Now, 4 can go in 8 twice. 4 can go in 12 3 times. 3 can go here 1. 3 can go here 4. So this becomes 3q minus 2, then multiply by 4q minus 1, all equal to 0. So that means that either of this is equal to 0. So if you simplify this further, it is either 3q minus 2 is equal to 0, which means that my 3q, if 2 comes here, it becomes positive 2. And if you divide both sides by 3, it then means that my q will become 2 over 3. Then also, here, 4q minus 1 can also be equal to 0, which means that my 4q, if 1 crosses here, it becomes 1. Therefore, if I divide both sides by 4, my q will become what? 1 over 4. So I have 2 values now for q, which are 2 over 3 or 1 over 4. Then I have to go back to recall that I've said that let my x squared be equals to q. So recalling that I've said my x squared is equals to q. So if q is 2 over 3, so that means that x squared is equals to 2 over 3. And to take this square off, I have to multiply both powers by 1 over 2. So if I multiply this by 1 over 2, the square goes. So this becomes x times 1 over 2 equals to 2 over 3 times 1 over 2. So 2 we cancel 2 here. So my x here becomes anything to the power of 1 over 2 means square root. So this becomes plus or minus square root of 2 over 3. Then if q is equals to 1 over 4, so that means that my x squared will become what? 1 over 4. Then again, repeat the same process. X squared times 1 over 2 equals to 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 2. So square root 2 cancel 2. So remember again, anything to the power of 1 over 2 means square root. So this becomes plus or minus square root of 1 over 4. So, and square root of 1 over 4 can be simplified further because square root of 1 is 1 and square root of 4 is 2. So this is what? Plus or minus 1 over 2. So therefore, my x, I have 4 values now, which is either plus square root of 2 over 3 minus square root of 2 over 3 positive 1 over 2 or negative 1 over 2. These are the 4 values for x that fit into this quartic equation. So substituting any of these values into this equation should give you 0. So try it and post your result on the comment section. We'll meet in the next video. In the meantime, do give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful and subscribe to this channel, as well as share this video to your friends and loved ones. Bye for now.